One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Stanford's offense will take the field first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. The give to the back. Quick spin on the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Finds his back in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Handoff from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quick pass on the jet motion. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Touchdown, Arizona! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Stanford.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Fafita. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Makes the grab. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. This time they'll go to the running game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wants to throw, it's Fafita. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Brown will throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's 4. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Trying to punch it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Stanford, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Grabbed behind the line. It's 4. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Farrell. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Back to pass on second down. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Stanford! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game.